What's up everybody, this is Jeff with Slayers Gaming, and today we're going to be talking all about PvP. And it's no secret that PvP in Legion has been a complete failure, and majority of the player base has pretty much moved on to other games because of how bad it is. And today, rather than focusing on a negative, I think I'm just going to be focusing on 5 ways that Blizzard can fix PvP. Probably not this expansion, I think it's a little too late. And also the head of PvP has moved on to like another position or something. So maybe next expansion, Blizzard might be able to get it right, if there's anybody left, that is. So who knows? Alright guys, so number 5, they need to remove RNG from PvP forever. And I remember towards the end of Warlords of Draenor hearing rumors about Blizzard making PvP gear not matter anymore, and we were not going to have PvP vendors anymore, and instead we were actually just going to have RNG system. And I remember just laughing and shaking my head like, man, if this goes live, PvP in Legion is dead. And day one, Blizzard went ahead and went with this RNG gearing system in PvP. And I remember reading the forums, you know, everybody was so upset by this. And I knew it was pretty much the beginning of the end. Like, yeah, they completely screwed us up. So number 5, if Blizzard really wants to revive PvP in Legion, they need to get rid of RNG forever. Alright, so number 4, they need to bring back PvP vendors. And it's real simple, guys. Like, I don't know why or who thought about removing vendors from PvP, because it was a system that we were all used to, and it was a system that worked. You know, you would queue up for arenas or battlegrounds, you would earn honor points or conquest points, go back to the vendor and buy the piece of gear that you wanted to buy. Like, there was no RNG back in the day, and it worked awesome. And in Legion, you know, as you can tell, this RNG system has completely pissed off most of the player base. I mean, nobody's happy with this system. So number 4 is, please bring back PvP vendors. Alright, moving on to number 3, guys. They need to bring back PvP gear and remove these awful stat templates that are in the game right now, because right now Legion PvP feels kind of like a MOBA. It feels kind of like a, League of Legends. It feels kind of like Heroes of the Storm, where you queue up for a battleground or an arena and all your stats are automatically adjusted for your character. So there's no more customization. We can't gem our gear anymore. We can't have fun. And when it comes to PvP, if players are not having fun, then they're not going to queue up for it. I mean, it's pretty simple. And even in Warlords of Draenor, which was a pretty bad expansion in its own right, at very minimum, PvP was fun because we can at least customize our gear the way we wanted it. If we wanted to stack haste, we can stack haste, or crit, we can stack crit. So number 3 is, bring back PvP gear and let us customize our gear and remove these awful stat templates. Number 2 is, give us some kind of solo queue, at least for 2v2s or 3v3s, something, because right now PvP in Legion is really bad, guys. Like, trying to find players to queue up with for ranked arenas, and don't get me started on ranked battlegrounds, that's even worse. But even for ranked arenas, even for 2v2, trying to use the looking for group tool, it's just so bad, guys. It's so bad, it's really boring, and I know firsthand, because when I log into WoW, the first thing I want to do is, maybe queue up for some PvP, and I use the looking for group tool a lot. And most of the time, I spend most of my time waiting for players to play with rather than actually playing the game. And it's so annoying, guys. And it's so discouraging that I just don't want to log in anymore. So number 2 is, Blizzard, please give us some kind of a solo queue so we can just queue up, just like skirmishes, where we can just queue up and play. Because at the end of the day, PvPers, all we want to do is we just want to queue up and want to play. We don't want to spend most of our day trying to find people to play with in ranked arenas or even battlegrounds. Alright, and then moving on to number 1, guys, is I really would like to see Blizzard, bringing back some kind of incentive or some kind of progression back into PvP, because I think that's something that's missing right now. Like, if you really think about it, there is no more progression in PvP. You basically just queue for a battleground, queue for an arena, and hopefully you get some kind of, gear, for your effort. And back in the day, it actually wasn't like that. It was actually a lot more fun, where, you can actually unlock your elite weapon at like 2K rating. And actually, I still have my elite weapons from previous seasons, and this is something that actually gave me an incentive to play, arenas or battlegrounds, because these were really powerful weapons. And when you got them, they actually made a difference as to, how you performed. Now, I don't want them to bring back that. Like, I don't really want elite weapons into the game where, they're one-shotting people, because I don't think that's fun for anybody. But I do want them to bring back some kind of progression that makes it fun to queue up, like to level up, basically. Like, even this weapon here that I got in Miss Pandaria, this is the Elite Season 12 weapon, and as you can see, it has an upgrade level 2 out of 2. And that's what I'm talking about, progression. Like, you can actually upgrade your gear by queuing up, basically giving us that extra incentive to play arenas, to play battlegrounds. So that's going to be my number one request from Blizzard, hopefully, is that to bring back some kind of, incentive, bring back some kind of progression into PvP, and, give us better rewards or something. Something that makes us want to queue up, basically. Alright, everybody, well, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, share. I definitely appreciate it. And I want to hear from you all, like, what do you think Blizzard can do to make PvP fun again? Make sure you leave your comments below, and I'll definitely check them out. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.